Follow all Moessieurs news on his website, www.moessieurs.com, and on his Facebook page.
Hello and welcome to Moessieurs for this new video about the MODX Plus. And today I'm going to give you some tips and advice for testing the MODX Plus when it arrives on your favorite local stores, and also for the resellers, some good little tips and advice to put the MODX in better conditions. This video is in English. I will not voice over it because it's a long process to done and I have a lot of video to release. So you need to support my French accent, but as anyway, you have the subtitles fully edited by myself, so you can easily understand me and use them also to translate in one other language. For the resellers, we start by you because the MODX come to the store. And the good things you can do is to put the pedals users need to test fully the MODX Plus. So the first one is the FC7 pedal. This is mine from 2007 from my Motif XS. Strong, built for life. Yes, that's Yamaha. And connected to the FC2 port, like this, users can play and use the foot to control the super knob. Very easy. All preset performance are set like this. Foot control 2, directly control the super knob. Second advice, add a sustain pedal. FC3 a Yamaha. Mine is from the Motif XF from 2010. Strong and always working. But if you put a sustain pedal, you need to go to utility and you need to go to sound and you need to go here and select what kind of sustain pedal you're using. If it's a FC3A or any pedal that have a half damper control, you set this one or off, or for like a FC4 or a simple foot switch, choose this setting. As example, I will come back to mine, which is FC3A, of course. That's for the pedals like this. Users can test with them. There is two cases. You know your job. I know this. Huh? But sometimes you are too busy. There is too much people in the store, and you could not, do yourself the demo, the presentation. So you let the customer testing itself, and you can change some settings. Try. That's normal way. Try. But to be sure. Tomorrow morning when you restart, all is fine. So it's very easy. Always in utility, always in settings. You see the colors. We are in settings. We are here on sound because it's pink. And if we go to advanced, we have a nice option for you. It's called Init on boot. As soon as you press this, if you let it like that, when you power off at the end of the day the MODX Plus and you power on the morning, it will reset to the factory settings. Like this, you are sure anything gone okay to test. Of course, I remove because I have my personal settings inside, so I do not set it on. Do not forget to calibrate the touchscreen too. If you do yourself the demo, you need to calibrate the touchscreen. It's here in system on the top right, calibrate touchscreen. You have 5 white squares to press. It's important because some of them use right hand, some of them, like me, use left hand. The finger, generally, we use this one, but depend as you want. And like we are on this screen, the other good things to do is to remove the beep. if you let users using a headphone, but you have the beep and you are demoing a guitar or bass and you hear beep, 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 not very kind. So on the store, remove the beep. The blur allow page transition with nice transition, but it slow a little bit the screen. So my advice is to remove the blur. The animation, you can let it on. It show where you press on the screen. And that's a good settings to put in place, like this. If you are doing the demo yourself, because you're a nice player and you want to show nice things, do not program the init input, of course. Calibrate the touchscreen you have seen. And if you want to prepare some famous song where you want to play, the best way to retrieve all the sound you have done and you have stored in user area is to make and use the live set. So very easy. You have a performance, you are working on it, you want to show it to the customer. Press Shift, maintain Shift and press live set. And you are directly on the first slot on the first page available. And okay, it's done. And you can easily navigate and retrieve all the sounds of the performance you have prepared for your show. Okay. One of the great way also, and things interesting to show, use the category search button, and on the name search, you can write name, write gallery, like this. And you have several performances. You have RD, you have WR, you have clavi, you have steel, twin, bass, and space. Let's go to the first one, the RD1 gallery and press enter. This one is the history of the RD electric piano on time. I do not tell the brand, of course, you understand. So this is the famous electric piano, you know, you understand. And you can show like this also scene memory. As you see, the keyboard control moving with the scene. And we play only parts that have the keyboard control, the green here lighting. So we play here part 1 and part 5. Here, part 2 and part 5, etc. So it's a nice way to show scene memory. It's a nice way also to show RD electric piano history. So I do not remember, ask to Blake Angelo, he remember better than me, I think. But if I refer to my YC, it can be the 63, 67, 69, 73, or 74. So the history of the RD electric piano on the time. And what is part 5? How to go to part 5. If you want to change the scene, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to go to 5, press here, and here, this is the 5. And we are on scene memory 5, and we have only the mechanic noise of the RD electric piano. Okay, and same things, you want to have the part volume in control. So let's go like this. Here I have part 1, but you show something, but it doesn't move. Why? Because I do not reach the top white here. As soon as I reach, I take control of the volume. Okay? So easy to understand. But you want to go and manage the part 5 volume. The same thing. Press here, you directly go to part 5. And you reach like this. After this, you know your job to show a keyboard. I do not go further. So I go now for the users' advice and tips. For users, ask to the store if you can use your personal headphone, because like this you have a sound reference and you will have the good ear of the sounds of the MODX Plus. Calibrate the touchscreen, because someone else passed before you, and perhaps is using right hand and you use left hand. So calibrate the touchscreen. You see it's very easy to done. And the best way to start is to go on live set and to start with the preset live set. And you have the best of MODX. Like this, you can play, navigate. One of the things you can do, and it's a really nice thing to do, is to use the audition demo. Audition demo are short MIDI sequences made by professionals for Yamaha, of course, and it helps you to understand what happened and what does the guy who made this performance want to achieve with it. Because perhaps you want to play, say, well, I'm not some good idea about what I can do with this. You can try to start moving like things like super knob, scene memory. Here only one, the other do not light. You understand some things like this. And the audition demo will help you to understand what can happen. You can shoot the super knob, the assign 1 and 2 buttons if I light up or not, if it moves. Etc., etc. I will not all the time, but okay, it helps you to understand what happened and what can move. And after, okay, I do this, I turn this, it's like this, or I use my pedal, I press this, I have something that change. Okay, so it's a nice way to understand the controller's movement and testing the super knob yourself. When you see the scene memory light up, use them. Here there is one. If we are on a gallery, this is the WR gallery. You can navigate and test all the scene memory. But perhaps you will do the round with the live set, and you want to test some specific sounds type and performance, and you want to navigate a little bit deeper on the MODX Plus. So you use the category search button. It's here. And you have the category, so easy. Here you have all. Here I have the piano, and you have subcategory acoustic piano, layering piano. So it's difficult to say layering for French. So you have piano with strings, with chords, etc. Modern, vintage. You have the CP inside the vintage, the CP80, etc. And you have some music styles. And depend of the category, sometimes there is nothing in the music style. The MODX Plus work perfectly. Depend of the type of the sound and the category to have something inside this subcategory. Here, for example, for the organs, we have someone. Okay, so you can search dedicate instrument like this using the category and subcategory, and perhaps you have seen something on the screen. You see some things are blue, some things are green, and the selected performance is always in white. So like this, you know where you are. But why there is blue, why there is green? So you go to piano, it's more easy to explain, and if I select a green, here, the CFX pop kilogram. Green means it's a single part instrument. So you have some different view by pressing performance here, depending on where you are, what you want to do, etc. So if you are on the screen, you want to come back, press several times performance to come back here. And here we see we have one part. So green are single part instrument. One part only to play one sound type. So here we have the CFX Pop Studio grand piano. Sound nice. And if you go to category search, we have the this one, CFX padded 2. I want this one. And we have several parts. So because we have, in this example, a piano part and some pads. I will show you some things with Arpeggio after with this one. If I go to the CFX concert, I can go to category search, this is this one. So here, it's in blue because when you go to category search, it's in blue because you have a multi-part performance, but it's only a piano. There is one sound, the piano sound, and you have the part 1, 2, and 3 are split with different settings of filter, the EQ, to have a better piano sound running. And the part 4 is the key off, the hammer noise, like you see for the electric piano, this is the hammer noise. So you have it, and you have a more nice, I would say, piano sounds here. And you have the super knob, of course. So, of course, you can have several parts with several instruments. You can have drums, bass, guitar, etc., etc. Let's go to the CFX Pad 2 because it's a nice example to show things with Arpeggio. Of course, I can take a performance with drum, bass, battery, etc. But let's go to this example with the CFX Pad 2, and you see the Arpeggio harp on is here. It's in blue. And you say, okay, nice, I have Arpeggio, okay. Where there are. Okay, parts are on, but the master switch for Arpeggio is not set to on. So you need to press on to the master switch, and for motion sequencer is here. Let's do only for the harp. And now we have Arpeggio. Each time I release my hand, it stops. So you want to continue to the arpeggio play. So the magic button, remember, shift. Shift, you press on the blue harp on, and now it pads to hold. So it keeps the arpeggio running. And you want to do something else and say, okay, each time I want to stop, I need to press here, I need to repress here. No, you have one other way, the stop button of the sequencer. And like this, the harp master stay on. Very easy. And I use this performance. Why? Because it's a nice example also to understand things. Put the super knob here and here. Without arpeggio, it's better. Huh? I have only piano sound. If I move the super knob, you see the pad sounds, but the volume is set to 0. Oh, magic. No. When a volume is set to 0, it means that is under control of the super knob, of one knob, or a motion sequencer, or one of a physical controller, or virtual controller. So do not put your brain in hot condition. So that's simply under one of a control than the slider. So you just need to understand that and say, okay, it's 0, so it's managed by something else. Okay, audition, I see, this is what move. Of course, you will not see the model movement. Okay, in this case. So that's the few tips and advice I want to show you for customers and resellers to testing on store the MODX Plus. I hope you have understand all what I explained, and I hope you have find it interesting. And if you live in European Union, do not forget you can ask me for a Moessieux private masterclass by Zoom. My personal company only allow me to do it for users who living in European Union. So you can ask me if you want to discover and take in and do it in French, and I can do it also in English. Do not hesitate. If you need, I will be happy to help you. See you soon for one of our MODX Plus video. Bye.
Moessieurs, Yamaha Music Europe and Music France partner. Purpose you its personal masterclass service, available in French or English for all users living in European Union. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced user, each session conducted one-on-one through Zoom allows you to progress quickly on subjects you have chosen with a unique pedagogy, giving you access to the best Moessieux practical tips. Use all potential of your montage, MODX, YC series, CP73 or 88, audio modeling Camelot Pro or John Maylaws software. Book your place now for your Moessieurs personal masterclass. You can directly request an appointment on available slots in Moessieurs Facebook page services tab or by email at moessieurs@orange.fr, and do not forget, if you like this video, click on the blue thumb, click on subscribe to follow Moessieurs YouTube channel news, and click on bell to be informed when a new video is released. Comment or ask questions too. Thank you for watching. See you soon.